Yo, guys, before we do begin, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe and get ready for a great discussion coming up now.
Fish in the water wanted desire to walk on the land. Them motherfuckers grew feet and start walking. Over millions of years, they developed legs because they desire land.
So in an evolutionary way, are we the fish or no?
Yeah, bro. The first whale, bro, was like it looked like a dog. It was about the size of a dog. But the first whale was the size of a dog. It had 4 legs. It swam. It lived in like estuaries, and it swam around looking for food. And it eventually grew a tail, lost its legs, grew fins, and eventually became a big ass whale, bro. Shit crazy.
Evolution.
But because it found its food in water, it desired a better way to hunt. It lost its legs, grew fins. Outreach center.
That was coming out of there?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was preaching, bro, to the outside.
He said, hello. I somehow believe it. I mean, it aligns with evolution and kind of the power of thought.
Bro, power of thought. That's why we're God. That's what I was getting at from the fish and shit.
Yeah.
What we desire, our subconscious mind creates for us. Even if we don't know it. What we desire and what we believe, our subconscious mind will create. And so, therefore, we are God.
That's a heavy statement. What would you say to Christians that believe that God is like a separate entity?
It is a separate entity, because if you identify yourself as anything, but if you identify yourself as your ego, that's what you are, you're your ego. But if you realize that you are something greater, because everything that we know today, that is our ego. That we were born with the name.
Something implanted into us.
Every idea that we have is basically like not ours. We observe thought, and
So-
we're however. All right, so.
Can I butt in there right quick?
One second.
Okay, go.
We're a product of the thoughts we reject and accept.
We're a product of the thoughts we reject and accept. Okay, so before I touch on that matter, what about the ideas that you have within you, / your ideas of ethics, things that you believe that you hold true? Oh wait, if you hold them true, wouldn't that be an idea that you have accepted or rejected?
There's spiritual morals and there's egotistical morals. Spiritual morals is stuff that you know is wrong, like killing, shit like that. Fucking egotistical morals is like, oh, I'm gonna be late for work today, blah blah blah. Like that's.
And it is, and I also accept the idea. I actually read a book recently, or maybe had to be in an article, or even heard it from a transpersonal psychologist and a rather technical psychologist, kind of like talking over the idea of like spirituality / transpersonal psychology.
And what is transpersonal psychology?
It's basically psychology centered around spirituality and the realization of spirituality collided with the human consciousness.
Okay.
So,
Makes sense.
yeah. So they accept these things like, say, astral projection. But astral projection to a technical psychologist would be something more like remote viewing to the military. It's viewed in a more, short-sighted way, rather than seeing it as a spiritual. A guru would see astral projection as something more outbound, right, and esoteric. But to the military, they would see scientifically. But you can't approach something that's beyond norms normally. You see that? You see what I'm saying?
You can't approach something that's beyond norms normally.
No, because then it loses that sensational feeling. It loses that luscious, that luxury of it. It's not no longer spiritual / beyond the norm. It's science, and science is not the same thing as spirituality. They may be able to try and find connections between the two, but someone that's spiritual is always going to deny the fact that it's the same thing. I mean, there are those that find similarities in the two, and I'm sure there's religions or beliefs out there that science is religion, but it's not the same thing. And at least that's the transpersonal psychology form of it. They look into spirituality as more of a perspective as well when it comes to psychology and the mind and consciousness, over a psychologist or psychiatrist that looks at it more technical in the ways that you're experiencing, say, some form of schizophrenia with positive symptoms. Well, it's just a disease of the mind, and you know, prescribe psychotropic medication. But maybe a transpersonal psychologist might see this as a peak experience and be able to lead you in the right direction to maybe perhaps a guru or someone that could provide knowledge, you know, or insight into that perspective.
I know somebody who was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Diagnosed with?
Yeah.
How does that work out for him?
It's not working out.
Why is that?
Forgive me.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how's it working out for him? I mean,
what was I gonna say? Fuck. I had something I wanted to say. I be doing that, bro.
this is a really good conversation for anybody that stuck around for the last 8 minutes and 34 seconds. I really hope that you just soak in some of the knowledge. Of course, I will edit. Actually, there's really not much to edit, but I'll edit out the clips where I'm just sitting around looking around. But this is quite good. Oh, I also cleared out my phone. Like, I restarted my phone. Yeah, completely.
Factory reset.
Yes,
Okay.
whole factory reset. So I'm like at literally, of my 60 gigabytes, I'm at like 20 right now.
Oh.
Compared to like the
I bet
58.
you could tell the difference.
Oh, bro, fat difference. Fat difference. Like, I did it also because I'm like, dude, the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And like everything else. Like, I'm like, I need my storage for my YouTube and like faster functioning speeds and things like that. And everything that I had, I was like, it's not really, it's just pleasurable. It's not meant for anything else, you know? I may end up
I want to fuck with this guy right here, my little customs.
Yeah, what does he do?
Customs with shoe store.
We're gonna infiltrate this today, and if I get killed, just know that it was
Moving on. Spirituality.
We're still on the Freemasonry talk.
No,
Huh.
we have moved on.
Yeah.
This was about spirituality and shit. Alright, so yeah, I found it. You recording? Alright, so listen, the subconscious mind.
Yes.
You've seen videos of wherever that people get hypnotized and shit, and they're like, they be what's it called? Like, the dude will tell them that they're a chicken, they'll start acting like a chicken.
Yeah, I seen it. Somebody did that at SMC.
That's basically an experiment on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind acts only on suggestion. It doesn't make a, so whatever you tell your subconscious mind, it will then in return make that reality for you.
Okay.
If you tell the subconscious mind while you're under hypnosis that you have no feeling in your left arm, you wake up, your subconscious will make that reality. Your subconscious will make you have no feeling in your left arm. And this implies back to the we are God. You tell your subconscious, you fill it with positive and like no negative thoughts, just positive thoughts, and it's gonna create a positive life for you. If you worry all the time, if your anxiety or blah blah blah, whatever, all that nonsense, it's gonna create that for you. It's gonna create that reality for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is back to we are God and we create our reality. So our subconscious mind is God. Our ego is not. Our subconscious mind is God.
Right. Our conscious is not.
No.
Quick clarification. Well, technically it is because our subconscious pulls into our conscious, therefore making it unified?
Yes, in a way.
If it is tied.
And we all are unified. We all have the same subconscious mind because
it's part of a collective consciousness.
Nobody's unconscious mind is different. It all acts on suggestion. It's all the same. There's no difference between each of our subconscious minds.
Okay, one quick clarification point for me and anybody out there. You said hypnosis was a project or a practice test
experimentation on the subconscious.
On the subconscious. Okay. Cool.
Because under hypnosis, you lose consciousness, and this lets the hypnotist talk to and
morph the subconscious.
And yeah,
and the subconscious morphs
suggest to the subconscious.
Yo.
On God, bro.
Yo, listen. Okay, this is a way to put it. This is a little perspective point, but I mean, I get what you're saying. You know, a lot of like TV shows and like little things are kind of based around like real concepts and things like that. But I'm gonna touch on this point. It may sound it's not far-fetched, but it's basically the same thing. I watched an anime and my little brother put me on, dude. And I think it's called. I don't know what it's called, but this guy basically can touch people, and he can change their subconscious to the physical, but he basically makes them monsters because their subconscious is monster. Like they're dark from the inside, whether they want to admit it or not. Their subconscious isn't pulled together, but he can bend their subconscious by touching them and morphing it into a shape that he desires, which is usually his minions or some shitty monster looking thing. But he touches them basically, and their subconscious changes their physical body because he says that their physical body is merely a vessel.
And I believe that 100%.
And yeah, I mean, what you just said is really, you know, it's wow.
When we die, the force that animates all life is God, is the subconscious mind.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around for this first official TED Talk Tuesday. If you want to learn a little bit more on this subject, I actually dive deeper into this research of the ego, the subconscious, and all the above the day after. The next video will be up next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Vlog, camera, people.
We back out here, man.
We are back out here. Can you support me? Like, say something?
Oh yeah, subscribe, like, comment. Brian Ambrose on YouTube, you know.
Comment your debit card number below. And
what's it called? The security code, expiration date. We need all that.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Adam just bought himself some new shoes.
Hey, bro, these my work shoes.
Let me see those, bro. Can you strut the?
These steel toes.
For the edit.
Look, steel toes.
Are you serious? These are steel toes?
Yeah.
Did you get these at Red Wing?
No, Harrison's.
Let me see those things.
Reebok, man.
Wow, dude. State of the art.